storms. Today we're going to be planting some flowers in this radio flyer wagon here. Because like this the handle broke off and everything. So I decided to turn it into a planter. I drilled some holes in the bottom and everything. Hmm. Now I just put a question there for you guys. You go ahead and answer that. What do you grow in your garden? If you have a garden, of course. So, sorry about that. Um, anyway, let's get into it. This today we're gonna be planting Celiosa. I think I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it or not. Anyway, and then we're also gonna be planting some begonias. 12 of them. Hey guys, make sure comment down below, what do you grow in your garden. Make sure you tap that screen and share this live. So, today we're going to be planting some begonias and some ciliosa in this, radio flyer. So let's get into it. You know, so, we're gonna be planting these two flowers in this wagon here. The wagon, like, the handle broke off, so I decided to turn it in a planter. I drilled some holes in the bottom there for drainage and everything. But all right, let's get into it. Yeah, so we got begonias. We got 12 of each of them. I love these. These are called ciliosa, I think. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it or not. But, and then to plant it, you just wanna squeeze it a little bit, squeeze it a little bit, take it, and then grab the stem, like, at the base of the plant, and just wanna kinda, like, wiggle it a little bit. And if it has, trouble coming out, you might wanna squeeze it a little bit more. Here you go. And now you might just have to break these up. And I just wanna smush it a little bit, squeeze it, pinch it a little bit. Pinch it, you wanna pinch the roots. And then we're gonna be loosening the soil here. I might have to add a little bit more soil since it's getting a little low. Yeah, but tell me, what are you growing in your garden? What do you like to grow? I like to grow flowers, produce, like fruit, and like I think I'm gonna have to get a little bit more dirt in here since it's getting a little low. So let me just go get some dirt before I start planting these, which will just take a second. Let's go in here my greenhouse, which is pretty empty right now since it's practically the summer, it's like in the 80s and 90s now. So I don't have too much going in here. I still got some pineapples, some spider plants and some cactuses. Got some dirt here we're gonna take out and answer my question, what do you grow in your garden? I grow, peaches, apricots, plums, lettuce, tomatoes, all that types of stuff. All right, now first we're gonna take these out. So I can add some dirt first. Add some dirt, some leaves, break those up in there for some good compost. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and empty that dirt in there. Go ahead and tell me, what do you like to grow in your garden? How is your garden going if you got one? Now we're just gonna go ahead and spread that dirt out. Spread that fresh dirt out. There we go. Okay, just a little bit more, just a handful more. Spread that out, nice out. Break up any big clumps if there are any. See, like sometimes there are clumps like this. I just, break it up a little bit to help the plants grow roots faster. All right. Anyway, we got our first little ciliosa, or I'm not sure how you say it. Tell me if I'm saying it right or not. And then I'm just gonna break this up a little bit. You could pinch the roots, like, just like kind of like claw it a little bit. Now we're just gonna go ahead and wiggle this in there, just wiggle it in. And then I think I might be adding some more dirt on top after I plant all of these. Just, move a little dirt away for that as like alternating. See, so you just want to squeeze it a little bit, pat the bottom. And I just want to go ahead and like jiggle it by its stem, get it out of there, break it up a little bit. See, and then I'm just gonna be this one is a little skinny, but I'll be sure to grow a bit once now that it's has more room to grow. See, I'm gonna put a Ciliosa here and then begonia there. Just gonna now this one you just gotta squeeze it, push it out. And I love these. These are just absolutely beautiful. Tell me, these are quite popular. They are annuals. Both of these are annuals, but they're very pretty. This one's very, very mature. I'm just gonna wiggle that in there. Okay, and then I'll probably put like maybe just another layer of dirt, before, once I'm done planting them all. Let's get another begonia. This one's got a flower on it actually. Looks nice. Break that one up. This one doesn't have a flower yet, but I'm sure it will flower later in the season. Like pick off those dead leaves to help it get going. Squeeze it. And tell me in the comments, do you have a garden? And stuff. And make sure hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're a gardening channel. I also post some nature videos sometimes, but not too often. Mostly post gardening videos like tips and everything. How to like protect your plants from frost, how to protect your like harvest. Like I posted a video on how to protect your grapes with like mesh bags. You want to be sure to not put them on too tight because it could, kill the plant. Here, this one's a little, it's got like one's flowers down there also. Just gotta break it up, break those roots up. Here's what it looks like so far. Got a begonia there, or Ciliosa there. I think I might have some extra. I might maybe put some like one in the middle in there, and then I might put them somewhere else in my garden. There we go. Just break that up, break that up. Yeah, do maybe if I like move them around a little bit, I might have some more space. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, move that a little bit. Sure, the corner, then I could probably fit more in here. Yeah, these don't need that much root space. It's like, look at that, and then look at the roots. Okay. Make sure you guys share this live and comment, what do you like to grow in your garden? I like to grow flowers, and like fruits and vegetables. There we go. There we go. There. Yeah, I'm just gonna move this over a little bit. So we do like five, and then maybe like two in the middle or something like that, or three or whatever. Okay, yeah, we could fit probably one more there. Yes, one of these ciliosas there. So you guys break those roots up again. Yeah, go ahead and tell me, what do you like to grow in your garden? Comment down below. Really appreciate it if you guys did. There we go. Go. Okay, and then I'm just gonna move this one over a little bit. Yeah, I could probably like fit some in the middle here. This will look really nice, once it grows out a bit. Okay, and then get another begonia. Oh, look at that. That one's a little dead there. Didn't get one there. Not much of a 12 bag. No, I mean, I guess it pretty much still is. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I may have messed this up. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, there we go. There we go. And then, yes, we're gonna put a begonia here. And then, wait. Yes, and then we gotta get another ciliosa. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Let me know if I'm saying it right. It's like like ciliosa, cilios e. I don't know. It's not cilia. I don't know. I gotta break up those roots. Break up those roots. And then just wiggle it down in there. Make sure we get this one. It's very hot today. It's well, actually yesterday was really hot. It was 90, 94 or 91 or something. Okay, just gotta move it a little bit. Oh, that one's falling over a bit. Gotta add some more dirt in here. There we go. I just gotta pat it down a bit. There we go. That's looking a lot better now. And then here, how should I do this? Should I put a begonia here or a ciliosa? I'm not sure. Maybe, I guess a begonia. Yeah, I guess, yeah. That looks good. Okay, and then grab another one of these. Break these up. Okay, just gotta add some more dirt in there so these can stand up properly and gotta pat them down a bit more. Let's use this so far. This is looking really nice. I'll show you. Make sure you stick around for the final result. There we go. Grab another one of these. Okay, let's put that in there. And then we'll get another begonia here. Okay, hold up, hold up. Let me just find a good camera angle. There we go. Oh, uh, all right, and make sure you guys comment, what do you like to grow in your garden? I'm just gonna be adding a bit more dirt, so they can stand up a bit more on their own. Hold on, just give me a second. Okay, look at it. I'm gonna spill this dirt. Okay, there we go. Just gotta funnel it in there. Funnel it in there. Okay, there we go. Gotta get this begonia stand up straight. Okay, there we go. I just gotta hold on just a second. Second. Both hands for this. Just gotta wiggle it down a little bit more. Okay, that's good. You see this here? This is a seed pod for the begonia. So I'm not sure if it's ready yet, but yeah, see inside there, that's gonna be seeds. This is what a seed pod looks like for the begonia, and it has like kind of like three little things. Looks kind of like a star fruit, but not quite. Would have to have more like things there. But yes, this is what a seed pod, so it's not ready. I think it will probably turn like brown when the seed pod is ready. So then you can grow your own begonias. You don't have to buy them, but this is a seed pod. So you don't want to cut that off. You let them mature, probably turn brown, and then you can harvest the seeds inside. Okay, just gotta add some more dirt. Go ahead and pat that down, pat that down. But you don't want to push it down too far because, then it will like kind of like suffocate the roots. But you also don't really want some air pockets in there. So it's like you have to find the good middle. Look at that. It's like this big stem, with little roots. So it doesn't need that much root space to grow, really. Gotta get that big, more dirt in there. Now wiggle that in there. Okay. Let's pat it down a little bit. And this one's gonna need some more dirt. Need a lot more dirt. There we go. Pat down. You're gonna take two fingers around the, then just go ahead, pat that down there. Hmm. Go ahead. If you haven't, to answer my question, what do you like to grow in your garden? If you have one, of course. Just gotta get some more dirt. Sorry, I got some dirt in my. Some more on there. Okay, don't worry. And then now we're just gonna kind of cover the plant a little bit there, but just, I'm just gonna spread that out. Spread that out. Go ahead and answer my question. What do you like to grow in your garden? Like flowers, vegetables, fruits and vegetables, all of those. Just let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and tap that screen. Share this live with your friends who like gardening. Go, it's very okay. Just a little more dirt in there, a little bit more. Some clumps there. Just gotta break those up. Okay, okay, okay. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, I said that looks pretty good, right? Maybe I still got some left over. Maybe I could squeeze some more in there. Let me know. What do you think? Should I squeeze some more? Or maybe I should plant them somewhere else. Let me know in the comments. Like, see, I got four ciliosa left, and then yeah, four begonias also. Do you think I should squeeze some more in here, or you think I should leave it how it is? What do you guys think? Anyone? No? There's this little kind of like cement thing there, a little decoration. Could I put there? And look at that. Look at that. Looks pretty good. See? Yeah, I'm gonna pat it down a little bit. I'd say, that's because these are gonna grow in, it's gonna be a lot bushier and stuff. So if I squish those in there, may not do too well. So I'm gonna plant these somewhere else. I'm not sure where yet, but I'm sure I can figure it out. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put this like extra dirt in back in my greenhouse, and then I'm gonna water them, and then we'll find another spot to put the rest of the flowers, probably over here in my garden. There we got the hose. Hold on, just give me a second. It takes a little. Not for a print on. All right, there we go. Wait, no, you don't want to spray it too much. Oh, now that's too little. All right, there we go. I just put water it. Get that dirt off those rims there. See a little rainbow there. There we go. Just give it a good watering. Okay, I'll turn it off. Hold on. All right, there we go. Now tell me that isn't absolutely beautiful. I think I did a really good job. Let me know in the comments. Doesn't that look pretty good? Nice little like radio flyer, like kind of like planter there. Because it like the handle broke off and everything. So I decided to turn it into a planter. I did drill some holes in the bottom. I did post a video on that. That was like a while ago, but looks pretty good. We got some ciliosa and some begonias in there. Now let's go find a spot to plant the rest of these begonias and ciliosas. Oh, where's that? Put 'em somehow. All right, there we go. And look at my peach here. I just got one single layer of peach left. See if hopefully I get at least one peach this year. And then look at my trellis. It's kind of like falling over. See, like it snapped and rusted there. So I tried to get in those like metal bars to see if that will hold it up. Cause I guess because he's got grapes on it and the vegetation and the wind, was like too much stress on it. Now, look at my windmill palm here. It's putting out tons of new leaves. Now, where do you think I should put these? I'm not sure. I think I might have a spot in the front, but I'm not sure. Should I plant it up there? And then look at these beautiful roses. Aren't those beautiful? I really like them. They're like orange roses. I'm not sure what they're called exactly. I have to find the tag so that you guys can buy them. These are my Cannasons. And look, it's got a little flower right there. I'm not sure if you guys can see if it's not showing up on camera, but like right there. Look at my garlic, my grapes. Look at my grapes. See, I covered them today. I posted on video on how to protect them. I still have some more to protect, but I got some mesh bags there. But look at that. I did put the link in the video. Well, see, they're maturing real good and everything. And I also got this like bird's nest here, but it looks like the birds left already, so I'm not sure if I should just leave it there or get rid of it. I'm probably just gonna leave it there, because maybe another bird will use it or something. Now, where should I put these? I think I might have, maybe I should, nah, this really got some marigolds in there. Some elephant ears. I could put 'em in there. Should I put them in this pot here? I mean, also have maybe a spot in the front. I also want to show you my raspberries, my fall gold raspberry and my blackberry. My blackberry's doing really good. See here, we got a young couple there, a couple there and there. So it looks like we're gonna get some blackberries this year. Looks like this came off from the fence. God, okay. I'm not sure where should I put these. Should I put them there or there? I'm not sure. I'll have to see. I may just leave them for now and I'll find a spot later. So if you guys haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button to help get our gardening channel out there. And I have some sad news. The plum that was growing on here, it fell off. He got like attacked by animals or something. And answer my question. What do you grow in your garden? I grow fruits, vegetables, like my plum here, which unfortunately got attacked by animals. My one singular plum on there. It got and this was also struggling with aphids and stuff. So that could also be why. But the cow, the plants are turned out with all those flowers. I think it looks really nice. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe and like button, if you haven't already. And then these, I have to find a spot for them. And then this is my I think cactus. I think it's prickly pear. I'm not too sure. And then this is my catnip, which is growing really tall. Catnip is actually, I think it's part of the mint family, and I think it's awesome. It may be invasive. And look at these grapes. I just posted a video on how to protect them. Protected them with these mesh bags. I do still have some work to do since there are a lot of them, which I'm so happy about. But look, see, they're growing pretty big. All right, guys. So for more cool videos, more cool lives, and all that, hit that like and subscribe button. Peace.